This is your 2021 Lexus IS. I'm in Kingston, Ontario, which is about 3 hours away from Mississauga, and Lexus Canada is having a first drive event with the Lexus IS. So I'm here with the 350 now. There's 9 different variants, so this is going to be just a quick overview of it. And once I get it on the regular media fleet for a week, I'll give you a full in-depth review. But let's take a quick look now. Front end, unmistakable. You love it, you hate it. I like it. I do. The last couple of years, the big spindle grille has grown on me. Now, what Lexus has done this year, and I think it's really smart, they've actually integrated the day runners into the headlights. Before, it was its own separate bulb for the day runners down here, but they've just pushed it up and integrated it, so it looks really, really smart. Another smart move is they've put the radar into the logo with a plastic covering on it. Some cars, you see that big rectangular piece of plastic here. I think Genesis has that. And it just looks, it doesn't look bad, just it looks, I don't know, like unfinished, but what Lexus has done is a smart move by just integrating it into the logo, as you can see at the bottom of my hand. So front end looks really, really good to me. We'll go around to where we started, which is the front quarter look. Still recognizable as a Lexus, even if you don't see the front grille, or the grille, sorry, there's no back grille. But I like that they've kept some things the same. Now, front wheel, I like it because it's black and it just blends in with the tires nicely, and it looks really sharp against this color of gray. Wish there were a few less spokes. It's double, it looks like a wishbone spoke to me, but that's okay. Couple of interesting notes here as far as the design lines go. You can see there's a line or a crease in the hood, and it interestingly just goes all the way across and blends in with the A-pillar as opposed to just kind of fading off. And I like that they've just paid a little more attention to detail here with that. So backing up for a side profile, there's the little F Sport badge. Oops, where is it? Right there. It casts a really nice stance, and it's not overly aggressive. It's still luxury, so there's still some very classy design lines to it, and a little bit of minimalism. But it is a really nicely put together vehicle. Now we'll go around to the rear, and what's interesting here is the trunk is no longer smoothed off. There's almost a 90-degree angle, as you can tell right there. Not sure I'm a huge fan of it. It just kind of, it seems like it just falls off, and I would have, personally speaking, I would have rather it just kind of have a little more of an angle to it, but that's just me. We'll go around, give you a full look at the rear, twin tailpipes, and just a nice clean look overall. I'll give you a quick peek into the trunk. There it is, nothing too fancy here. You do get a spare tire, which is right there. Get that closed up, and a decent amount of space. I don't have figures right now, but again, once I have it on the media fleet, I will give you a full and proper detailed review on it. What I really like is the light bar that just goes all the way across left to right. It looks really, really sharp. And turn signals aren't on, but I can show you right here. They are amber, orange, whatever you want to call it. That helps you see, or helps you be seen when you're making turns at night and even during the day. All right, that's gonna wrap up the outside, and let's take a quick peek inside. Quick look inside. I love the red. I do. It's on the door panel. I usually don't like wood trim, but just it looks so nice, and it's textured on some parts. It just looks so gorgeous, and it's nice extra design lines as it curves around here. Seats, beautiful. Thigh bolsters, top marks, side bolsters, top marks as well, and the seats are just so nicely put together. And I'll back up and give you a look. A lot of red, but I think it definitely suits the vehicle, and it's a nice clash. I guess in a good way between the red and the gray. I think red and black would also look good. I don't know if red and blue would be okay, but anyways, I'm gonna only speak to the car that I have. A lot of similarities here. I love this. Bezel moves over, looks pretty cool. I like my bezel in the center. I like having that clean line of sight there. Interesting thing about the steering wheel, this is optioned with the heated steering wheel, and you can't heat wood, so the only heated parts are here that have the leather on it, and down at the bottom it's not heated. So it's not the end of the world. Just be conscious of that if you're expecting heat out of here. Infotainment, a lot of people dislike this. I get it, not for everybody, but it's a touchscreen. So how do I don't want to mess up my map. I don't know, let's actually go to menu first. That takes us there, and then we'll do some touchscreen stuff just so I know how to get myself back home. And it's pretty quick as far as responsive time goes. So there's that. Let's go back one, and let's go back to setup one more time. Anyway, so it's very responsive, very nice, and this is very, very similar to what you've come to know and love about the IS from Lexus. Just it's that nice waterfall design. Nowhere to store your phone, no big deal. Just put it in a cup holder down here, or just don't look at it at all, or get like one of those suction mounts or whatever people do if you really need to have your phone. But there's navigation on this, as you can see, so, and there's CarPlay and Android Auto. So anyways, this takes a bit of getting used to, but if you're buying the car, you'll get used to it. And Lexus keeps selling cars, so there's not that much of an issue with it. Gear shifter, it's nice. I wish there was a logo here, just a little bit of extra branding. I know why they didn't, just I think Lexus thought there might be a bit of overkill, but I don't know, I kind of like having a little bit of extra branding and badging up top, on the top of the gear shifter. Aside from that, a lot of it is similar, but it's still new. Drive modes, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna quickly show you the screen. So look in the middle of the screen, so Sport S Plus changes the dial. We'll go back to the left, and that gets us our Eco, and then you push down, and that's how you get your normal slash custom mode. So I've been playing around in Sport S Plus for most of the morning. And yeah, we'll talk about that in the driving dynamics section, which is coming up right now. Let's do a short drive in the 2021 Lexus IS. So 9 different flavors to choose from, a couple of engine choices. I'm in the 350 all-wheel drive right now, and that has 311 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque through a naturally aspirated 3.5 liter V6. No turbocharger, no supercharger, it's just high output. And the old saying goes, there is no replacement for displacement, and that rings true here. I've spent the last couple hours on lots of twists and turns just a little north of Kingston, Ontario, which is about 3 hours away from where my reviews are usually filmed, which is in Mississauga. And the IS is... Initially, it wasn't one of my favorite luxury sedans, but the last couple of years, just something has changed with my appreciation for it. And I had an IS, a white one, in, I believe, January of last year, and I shot that in an underground parking lot. And I think that was the one that really turned me from really liking the IS to just completely having a stronger appreciation for it. And that carries through with the 2021 model. And yes, there's some changes that have been done to it, but at its core, it really is a well put together luxury sedan. The fit and finish is elegant, it's gorgeous, it's modern. You can see the red leather all over the place, not only in this shot, but in the B-roll shots, plus in the interior portion, which was about, I don't know, 2 minutes-ish ago. But what we're here for now in this part is the driving dynamics, and I've had it in Sport Plus, I've had it in Sport, Sport S Plus, Sport S, Normal and Eco, pretty much all the drive modes, and each one of them does exactly what it needs to very well. You know, I tried to save a little bit of fuel by flipping it into Eco, but then when I really wanted to open it up and get a feel for just what the IS can do, I put it in Sport S Plus, which is where I am now. And it responds, it's planted, it hugs the turns, there's a nice low center of gravity. So not only is the car doing what it's supposed to, but as the driver and the one inputting the controls into the engine in the car, you also have that nice low center of gravity. So for me, it's just a stronger connection with the road. There's still the infotainment system that not everybody is going to like, and I totally get that. Not every car has everything for everyone. But you can also make it, or use the touchscreen if you really don't want to use the mousepad style controller here. You can't see it here, but it's pretty much right there. So there's options, and like I said, in the interior portion, it's not like it's a massive flaw. Lexus keeps selling vehicles with this system in it. I just think the learning curve is going to be a little higher if you're new to the Lexus brand, but that's the case with anything really. So overall, I like the refined looks of the IS. Driving dynamics, I get very, very high marks. There was not a single moment where I felt out of control, where I was going around twists or turns or corners. The handling was spot on, and I don't know how many people are going to do what I did today on a daily basis, which is really push the car to its limit, and safely to its limits, but really put it through its paces. And that's fine, but as a regular daily driver, it's quiet, it's comfortable, the ride quality is smooth, the acceleration is very brisk. If you've got any questions on the 2021 Lexus IS, let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to get you answers as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching this first drive with the 2021 Lexus IS, and be well, be healthy, be safe. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Feel free to tell a friend, and I'll be back sooner than later with my next review.